If you guys want to be in with a chance of winning one of two £25 Xbox or PlayStation gift cards in my April giveaway, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Best of luck and enjoy the video. Hey guys, Eataway here, and welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 19 Market Update series. Today we're going to be focusing on Team of the Season, a promo that should be just around the corner right now. No one really knows when it's coming, but it should be soon. A lot of people thought that yesterday, Friday, would be the day EA would release some kind of information maybe about the voting process for the most consistent team of the season, which for those of you who don't know is voted for by the community on the EA forums and is always the first team of the season. We've got a few different options. Either team of the season will start next Friday and we will have some kind of information about the voting released on Monday or Wednesday, or it will be the Friday after that and we'll have information on Friday, Monday or Wednesday. I really don't see Team of the Season coming any later, so it should be in the next 2 weeks. And when EA release anything about Team of the Season, just the merest little bit of information about it, anything on the main menus of FIFA on the loading screen, we're going to see a huge market crash. The market is currently dipping and has been for the past couple of weeks. Every day you're going to see players drop by a couple of percent in value, but whenever we have any information, just the smallest amount released by EA, the first time that happens, there's going to be a big market crash, and that's just going to crash down even more when Team of the Season itself is released and we start getting SBCs and packs and obviously blue cards available. That's when the market just completely falls over a cliff and never really recovers, and players are going to be down by 50 or 60%. You're going to see the likes of Ronaldo down at like 600k, Messi probably down at about 250k. Players are going to be so cheap, so you guys need to make sure that you've got ready for that by selling your players sooner rather than later. That's the main thing to take away from this video. But we're going to be looking at all of the different cards we typically look at in this series, the meta golds, the icons and all the special cards, so you guys get a good idea of exactly what's happening on the market right now. And I'm going to be uploading regular episodes of this series over the next couple of weeks in the build up to Team of the Season, like I did during Black Friday and Team of the Year and a lot of other promos, to hopefully help you guys out so you know exactly what's happening on the market. So if you guys do enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and let's get straight on into it. So we're going to start off by looking at the meta goals. Cristiano Ronaldo right now is just over 1 million coins, which is so cheap. Basically, all these cards are the cheapest they've been this year, and they're only going to get cheaper. During Team of the Season, Ronaldo will probably hit like 600k. When we have any announcements, he'll go under 1 million, I expect. So if you have any cards like this, it's better to get rid of them sooner rather than later, because I can only see them dropping. And you don't really want to be sat with cards like this going into Team of the Season. You want to be liquid going into Team of the Season. That is what I'm going to say. That is the main thing to take away from this video. Make sure that you've sold any high-end cards you've got to go into Team of the Season, because they will be a lot cheaper during the promo, and you want to have as many coins as possible available to open packs, do SBCs and buy players. I'd recommend doing League SBC farming to get together as many coins as possible. That's going to really maximize the amount of coins you've got available. But I mean, look at this. Icons are so cheap. Prime icon Cruyff is 1.7 million coins, or 1.8 million. You couldn't even get his baby icon for that a couple of months ago. And then you've got cards like Varane that you've seen for like, what, 35k or so. And during Team of the Season, Varane will honestly be like 15 to 20k. So cheap. Same with all these cards. Like you've seen, they're just insanely cheap. The mid-tier icons are also just hugely cheap now. Like Stoichkov has got an amazing card and he's down at like 580k. And these icons are all really low because they've all got SBCs now, so people that had the tradable versions sold them to get the SBCs for a better price. The baby icons are really low and will just get even lower because there's a baby icon SBC with foot swap, and a lot of people will be getting their packs on Monday when the final token becomes available from squad battles. So they're going to go even lower. But someone like Ferdinand is under 400k, and he's one of the good baby icons. And then if you look at the bad ones like Deco, I saw one for 290k not long ago. I mean, they're down under 300k for the first time ever. They're just so cheap, and they'll probably hit like 260k or so when that SBC comes out, which is going to be crazy. So icons are insanely cheap right now. Their SBCs are very cheap and will get even cheaper during Team of the Season, as all of the cards used in them will get a lot cheaper and more affordable, and there'll be more options to use because people will probably use blue cards, which will be really high rated, and if they don't have good stats will be super cheap. So icons are very low and will just get lower, and the same can be said for these gold cards. Special cards as well, they're all really low. I mean, look at this. You've got a very, very popular, very meta card in Thibaut Courtois. He's 150k right now, which is insanely cheap. And I'm actually going to just pop a bid on that one there, if I can, and try and win that because I can make some coins on him. I will also add this one here to my transfer targets. But yeah, cards like that. He was about 200k for the majority of this FIFA because he's been such a popular keeper, such a good player, and he's very, very low right now. Team of the knockout stage and team of the group stage cards are also very, very low, and they're only going to get lower because with a lot of them, given they're good players, they're going to get team of the seasons, which will be better in most cases. So they're no longer going to be the best versions of those cards and will obviously go down in price because of that. Ampadu, just as an example of the Ultimate Scream cards, they're all very, very low, the Ultimate Screams, simply because they're not that good at this stage of the game. The road to the finals are all really low. Some of them are more expensive though, and they're obviously the players that are still in the competition, so the Spurs, Liverpool, Barcelona and Ajax players, they still have good value and their price will rise in the height before they play, and those games are coming up fairly soon. Ones to watches are very low and will obviously only get lower. Informs aren't too low because people are doing a lot of SBCs at the moment. A lot of the Icon SBCs are still very popular because of the League SBC farming method, so these cards aren't too low. And then you've got Team of the Years, which are just getting lower and lower because with Team of the Season, we're going to have more options with similar, if not better, stats available. The Future Stars cards, on the whole, are just plummeting now because they're almost all going to get Team of the Season cards, I think. Or not almost all of them. A lot of the better ones will, though. The likes of Arthur, for example, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Vinicius Jr., for example, I think they're all dropping. And ones like Arthur and Alexander-Arnold, who are nailed on to get Team of the Season cards, they're super low because they will be surpassed by their blues. The headliner cards as well, they're all pretty much just not the types of cards you want to be sat on right now because almost all the headliner cards will get Team of the Seasons. And that will mean these cards will then no longer be the best versions of them, so they'll drop down. So as soon as any announcement is made, you'll see these cards plummet in value. Some have risen if they've played well, like Sane went into the team of the knockout stages, so went up in price. But you're going to see these cards just gradually come down now, coming into Team of the Season. Man of the Matches are low because they've lost their kind of novelty value. They used to be very, very rare cards and they were very new to the game and people wanted to try them because of that reason, but now there's so many of them and they don't have particularly good cards compared to a lot of other players on the game, especially with blues just around the corner, so they're very, very low. And then informs likewise. The informs people use are normally good players and those good players are going to get Team of the Seasons, and that means the informs are no longer going to be the best versions of those players and they're going to drop down loads in price. That's how it works. As soon as a player gets a better version available, they drop down a lot in price, and that's going to happen with a lot of the special cards you're going to see. Obviously, it's the same with the gold cards as well, and the gold cards also get packed hugely during Team of the Season, so plummet. And the icons also. People normally just end up doing SBCs if they want to get the prime icons rather than buying them because they're normally a lot cheaper and they get packs back and they're such elite players that they're not really going to be surpassed by anything, apart from in some cases blue cards. So you will see a lot of the prime moments just drop down in price because on the market no one's really buying them at all. They're doing SBCs or they're selling cards to get blue cards. So you're going to see the icons just keep dropping lower and lower, and the SBCs will also just keep getting lower, and that will be reflected in the price on the market as well. So icons are just going to keep on falling for the rest of FIFA. Gold cards are going to plummet during Team of the Season and aren't going to recover. And then a lot of special cards too. Although there's no more supply of any of these cards, I believe, apart from obviously like some informs and the Champions League cards when we have SBCs, they're just going to keep on dropping down as well. So generally the trend is just going to be a gradual dip in price by a couple of % every day on the market until we have an announcement from EA concerning Team of the Season. When that happens, there'll be a big drop on the market, lots of panic, and when Team of the Season itself drops, there's going to be even more panic as well because everyone's going to be selling players and opening packs and just trying to upgrade their teams, so selling players they've got to swap to other cards. So you're just generally going to see a huge drop in price by like 50 to 60% in a lot of cases. So make sure you get into Team of the Season liquid. Sell your players. If you look in my club right now, for example, I really don't have much when it comes to like high-end players. Almost all of them are untradeable. And I've been doing a lot of League SBC farming recently, so I've packed a few players. I think all of these players there are pack board. I've got De Gea because I use him, and I don't really mind losing the couple of thousand coins he'll drop by during Team of the Season. And then I've just got cards I've packed from the League SBC farming method that I'm using in SBCs. I don't have any like Ronaldos, any high-end players like that. None of those at all, because I know they're going to drop hugely going into Team of the Season. So I only really have cards that I'm using for the League SBC grind, and my entire team is made up of untradables, I believe, apart from David De Gea. You guys will see that in a moment if I head over to it right now. FUT Champions. This is my current team, as you can see, and yeah, the only tradable card in there in the entire squad is David De Gea. Everyone else is an untradable, and going into Team of the Season, I'll probably be upgrading to some more blue cards in here. I want to get maybe Team of the Season Digne and Team of the Season Fernandinho. There's some players I'm looking at if they do become available. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. The main thing to take away is to sell your cards as soon as possible, because when we start getting any information about Team of the Season, which should be in the next 2 weeks, the market's going to plummet even more, and it's just keeping on going down as we speak. So get out sooner rather than later. If you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and I'll catch you later. Take care.